The debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisangbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
I say to you today, my friend, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom.
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisangbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
A very beautiful morning to you and wake up. It's Fire on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha. This very lovely Saturday morning, and today is the 15th day in the month of August in the year 2026. Wherever you're listening to us from or whatever you may be doing, it's always a pleasure to welcome you on Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. Remember, on this very platform, we speak the truth and we uphold the truth and we preserve the truth. We call a spade, and we can never call a spade by any other name. And there's more reason we say, not this Sarah Veritas, and not this Sarah Ayudisim Veritas, and not this Sarah Vivikakabit Veritas, and not this Sarah Lingolum, and not this Sarah Contra Lingolum. You're welcome wherever you are listening to us from. It's 9 minutes and the hour of 9 a.m. here in the city of Onitsha, Anambra State, Nigeria. It's 9 minutes and the hour of 4 a.m. in New York. It's 9 minutes and the hour of 9 a.m. in London, UK. It's 9 minutes and the hour of 5 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan. It's 9 minutes than the hour of 10 a.m. in Germany. It's also 9 minutes than the hour of 8 a.m. in Accra, Ghana. It's also 9 minutes than the hour of 5 a.m. in Brazil. So it's a very beautiful morning here, and we thank God it's quite sunny. and this is Crossfire. Before we have our guest or he joins us via the line, let's quickly serve you the political roundup story. Do not forget that today is Osun governorship election. We're going to serve you every information, every detail, everything you need to know about that election and real-time situations in Osun State. Let's begin by letting you know that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has assured that the governorship election being conducted in Osun State this morning and this day, Saturday, will be free, fair, and transparent. The commission spoke as the ballot papers and results sheets arrived in Osogbo, the state capital, on Friday. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, yesterday asked the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and the security agencies to give their best to ensure that Osun State governorship election is peaceful, transparent, free, fair, and the outcome of the poll, he said, must reflect the will of the electorate. 4 soldiers were feared dead after suspected bandits attacked Kebe town in Kebe local government area of Sokoto State yesterday. The bandits, who reportedly arrived in large numbers around 10 a.m., were said to have moved freely around the town, looting shops and carting away mobile phones, food items, and petrol. Former Vice President of Nigeria and presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Atiku Abubakar, yesterday personally appeared at the registry of the Federal High Court, Abuja, where he deposed to an affidavit in support of a suit challenging the qualification of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to contest the 2027 presidential election. A yet to be identified middle-aged woman was allegedly beheaded by a man at a hotel room in Gare, local government area of Adamawa State. The incident reportedly occurred on Friday afternoon at Noves Hotel, where the suspect was said to have checked in with the woman. An American Christian missionary, Kevin Rideout, has been released to U.S. officials after spending over 9 months in captivity in Niger. And his organization, the Charlotte-based CIM International, confirmed on Friday that Rideout is in good health and will soon be reunited with his family. The Delta State Police Command has arrested 2 suspected drug dealers and recovered about 135 sachets of tramadol from them. The police public relations officer for the state command, Bright Duffy, disclosed this in a statement on Friday. The Mole Campaign Council, the campaign organization supporting Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, has backed President Bola Tinubu's directive to the police and other security agencies to remain professional and neutral during Saturday's governorship election. The council said the presidential directive was necessary to ensure the protection of voters and the credibility of the electoral process. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has clarified that its result viewing portal IREV is designed solely for the public display of polling unit results and not for the automatic collection or addition of election results. INEC National Commissioner Professor Kunle Ajayi made this known while speaking yesterday to journalists. And those were here political roundup stories. We now move straight to the business of the day. So having some feeds. And we'll be giving you some feeds. What is going on in the Osun State? We'll be bringing some of them here to you for you to follow up, and we're gonna just do the normal analysis. So we are learning that election materials have arrived at some wards. Remember, they have over 3,700 something polling units in Osun State, and election materials, we are told, are arriving in some of these very places, and we're gonna just take some, listen to some of them. As voters about to start voting at Ward 001, Ward 001, Unit 7, and Ward 2, Unit 6, Idayan Egbedi Junction, Ilesha, Osun State. Of course, we are having the real life fix for this process, and then they have found out many of them, of course, from what we are seeing is impressive, but we will not say for sure or for now what the outcome would be like. But we have been able to witness an impressive turnout at Ward 001, Ward 001 Unit, of course, Ward 001 Unit 7 and Ward 2 Unit 6, Idayan Egbedi Junction, Ilesha, Osun State. We're going to get more of these things coming from different sources, and as they come, we are going to let you know what is going on and how these things are playing out, how this whole thing is actually developing. Remember, campaign stop as on Thursday, midnight Thursday. As we speak right now, there are those who are out and sure no vote buying, vote selling. Record that there are 30 local governments in that very state. Told as we speak right now that there is arrest, because we are told that Osun State Police have arrested over 300 persons at a politician's residence. Of course, the mission is still unclear. We have to listen to the police spokesperson, and we'll get back and talk about this. All right.
I think about 6 o'clock, the Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly raised an alarm that his house is under siege by armed men. I would like you to address that, sir.
Thank you so much for that question. We had gotten that complaint, and immediately the complete response unit of the Nigerian Police was thrown into action. We contacted the DPO of the area because if you're going for any arrest, you have to document at our division. We had invited the DPO to proceed to that location, and we don't have any. We could not confirm that allegation. However, we've also made arrests at political stakeholders' residence, where we located 300 unaccounted for persons. Presently, we are profiling them, and as we proceed, we will complete members of the public. Now, Osun remains very calm.
All right. That's police spokesperson telling us that Osun remains very calm. There was this allegation that the Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly made an allegation that armed personnel besieges home as if that there was war, and he said and alerted police that he is under siege. But just as the police spokesperson said that they got information, they contacted the DPO of that very area, but they could not confirm such scenario where he was said to be under siege. That's what the police said. And apart from that, of course, they did tell us that 300 persons were arrested in a house of a politician. They are still profiling, the very person. And but people have said that the arrest seems to be one-sided. That's the thought many people are having, that most arrests made by the police seems to be one-sided. Why is that not being balanced? But as we speak right now, everywhere is calm, everywhere is peaceful in Osun State as the election takes its forward. We are learning that voters turned out as early as 7:20 a.m. at Unit 7 OK Oja in Ochobo as INEC officials get ready and the polling unit for the commencement of the voting, and we can, verify and boldly say that we are having the face. Of course, that's an impressive turnout. Impressive. In fact, Osun people are not smiling from what we have seen so far. They are not smiling. We thought that with the violence that erupted in that very state that some voters will be scared, but from what we have seen so far, these people are not smiling at all. They are all out to ensure that their votes count and their choice candidate emerges winner. And that's the Unit 7 Okeoja in Ochobo, and this is happening around 7:20 from the information we are gathering here. And there was this report, yet, of course, we are yet to confirm this report. Of course, we are seeing the video feed where it was stated that the DPU of Boluwaduro local government allegedly led some talks linked to APC in an attempt to cut away election materials in Otan Ayebaju, but the attempt was reportedly resisted by the people. Of course, let's see if we can have the feed. Of course, that's the feed.
Pẹ̀lú àwọn agẹ pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn wọ́n kó wọn wá ní DP ọ̀tọ̀ ló kó wọn wá wọ́n fẹ́ lé wa gbà fún wọn àwọn ní o DP ọ̀tọ̀ ló kó wọn wá ẹ wò wọ́n o DP ọ̀tọ̀ ló kó wọn wá o wọ́n fẹ́ lé wa kúrò kó lé tó tẹ́ta o wọ́n fẹ́ lé wa kúrò ní o Olúwadúró lọ́tà ayé gbajú kó lé tó tẹ́ta láwa wọ́n fẹ́ lé wa kúrò DP ọ̀tọ̀ ló lìdí wọn wá o. ẹsẹ̀ díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn kílẹ̀ yìí. Wábì lọ wá. Mi kì í ṣe mo ní fún ilé yìí wá.
All right, from that, for some of you cannot hear Yoruba, but in the allegation there was that the DP of Boluwaduro local government area allegedly led some talks. The people, claimed we are linked to APC in an attempt to cut away election materials in Otan Ayebaju. That was last night, midnight. That was last night. But the people resisted such attempt. They resisted such attempt in numbers, saying that cannot happen. In fact, many of them are, from what we've seen, they were there. They were vigilant. They ensured that the election materials were protected, and they ensured that these materials, they did not sleep. They did not sleep. In fact, when these election materials arrived at some local government, people were there, vigilant, people of the state. I don't know their affiliation anyway, but it could be neutrals, it could be those affiliated to opposing parties. But the point is that they were neutral, they were vigilant, and say that police cannot get them intimidated, that police cannot be allowed to do this. If they like, they can't shoot them, that they would not allow this. All right, let's quickly take a break. Let's take some commercial. When we come back, we'll be giving you some live feeds, and we expect our guest, whenever he's ready, he's going to join us via the phone lines. But let's get our live feeds and some other developments happening in Osun State ready. Do not go anywhere. We allow you to talk and tell us what you think about some of the things you have heard so far. Let's take a break. When we come back, we are going to continue. Remember, this is Crossfire, special focus on Osun governorship election. That's what we are doing. We'll be right back.
Udala Radio, 104.7 FM.
Aston Malt, all-round nourishment.
Early in the morning, I day on the move. Now I still I sit in the set with the groove. Office on market, school or show. Top on can make the vibe just flow. Low sugar but the taste stay high. Better than the rest, no lie. Red and gold with the shine. This not a drink with it fit my grind.
Pull up with Aston, yeah. Running clean with the ginger, yeah. Anytime, anywhere, Aston, they steady, you go clear. Oh, Aston, mouth got it on me. Vitamin boost when you hold me. Life goes sweet like sugar cane. When I sip Aston, I feel okay.
Aston Malt, astonishingly refreshing.
Oya, Onitsha people, make una hear this one oh. You sabi say our traditional medicine and herbal knowledge get plenty things wey we never discover. Come experience am for the Onitsha Herbal Trade Fair. Seatones Consult Nigeria, together with the Office of the Governor of Anambra State on Indigenous Medicine and Herbal Practice, they present Traditional and Herbal Medicine Exhibition. This one dey happen for inside Onitsha Go. Come see different herbal products, meet traditional medicine practitioners, come celebrate the knowledge wey our people don carry from generation to generation. Traditional and Herbal Medicine Exhibition dey happen opposite Onitsha Sports Complex beside Onitsha Library. For inquiries, make you call Seatones Consult Nigeria for 0803 354 4114. Onitsha Herbal Trade Fair, our medicine, our pride.
Udala Radio, 104.7 FM. When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisangbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
Yeah, welcome back. It's to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM on Nature. This very beautiful Saturday morning, the 15th day in the month of August in the year 2026. We are talking about the Osun governorship election, and that's the special focus today. Remember, the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC had announced that about 2,339,233 residents were registered to participate in the voting process and would be at the polling units as we speak. They are already there. Many of them are there. And remember, this election is featuring about 15 political parties, although only few candidates have actively engaged campaigns by presenting manifestos and touring all the local government area of the state. Remember the forefront contenders. We have the incumbent governor Demola Adeleke, who is running under the Accord Party. He's joined by Bola Oyebamiji, the candidate for the All Progressives Congress (APC), and Najim Salem, representing the African Democratic Congress. In addition to these three main candidates, of course, there are also about 12 other individuals on the ballot. They include Olaruwaju Faridoloye of the Action Alliance, Olajide Ishan of the African Action Congress, Dabo Opowoye from the African Democratic Party, Adeshino Adeyemi Doro of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Dewele Adebayo of the Allied People's Movement. You have Clement Adesuyi from the Action People's Party. You also have Masilo Adeleke of the Boot Party. You have Taofik Adeleke from the New Nigerian People's Party. Saliu Oyelami of the People's Redemption Party. Olalekon Ogunshekin of the Young Progressives Party. Francis Ajala from the Social Democratic Party. And Adefemi Adesuyi of the Zenith Labour Party. We also have Yemisi Adabo representing the African Democratic Party, is the sole female candidate in the election. There was another man, or I think there was this person that attempted to impersonate an INEC official detained in Oshun with voting materials in his possession. Let's take a look. This man was suspected of impersonating an INEC official, but he has been detained in Oshun with voting materials in his possession. Of course, the youths are not smiling, the residents are not smiling. In fact, this man was not even intercepted by the police, but by the residents. They intercepted him with voting materials. And then from what we are seeing here, he has even the ballots, papers, the stamp. In fact, he has everything. But he has been taken up, but they have handed him over to the police. That's just one of the things, and because we will not go on because the language spoken there is Yoruba, and many of you may not understand the language. So it's going to be a very tight race. And recall what Akpabio, because Akpabio was in Oshun on Thursday when he joined in the last campaign rally of All Progressives Congress. Of course, he told Ambo, that's the candidate of APC, that he was going to win, that immediately he wins, that he should commit himself to development of the very state, that he should tell the people of Oshun State why it is in fact in their best interest for them to join the party at the center. Of course, that was Akpabio, and then he prayed for Ambo. You know how he does his own kind of politics. And then he called him like 3 times and asked him how many times he called him. Ambo replied 3 times. He told him, deliver your people. That's Akpabio, how he does his own thing. We are told that the candidate of Court Party has arrived at his polling unit and he is about to cast his vote. Remember, he's the incumbent governor of Osun State. Demola Adeleke has arrived at his polling unit. Of course, we're going to just let you know if he grants interview, and we're going to play the audio here for you. All right, we have a video, or of course an audio showing alleged disruption of a rack center in Ife East local government, where security personnel reportedly fired tear gas and election materials were allegedly carted away. Authorities are being asked to do immediate intervention. Of course, let's actually listen to this.
This is what I can want. Come and see useless policeman. I'm already Buruku. This is their face. Useless people. I want you to take us somewhere.
All right, so that's the language you were hearing there. You know, when you hear Olorubruku, that means, of course, it's a foul language for us. But you know, this is an election day. Many of them, they are actually trying to insult the police officers. Of course, they say that there was a disruption of a rack center. If a rack is a place where, you know, voting materials for some polling units are being distributed. Of course, they are assembled at rack, and then from there they will be distributed onward. There was such disruption, and people there are not happy. That's why you see them showing vexation. It's understandable, but the authorities have been, they have been alerted, and we expect that there will be something done urgently. This was actually happening around past 8 a.m. this morning. Of course, let's listen to a report by Macy Babajide. Of course, we will do that and then get back to you. Macy Babajide is a journalist. Let's listen to her.
9 Ward 2 of Eden North, and the total number of registered voters for this polling unit is 1,082 people. And contrary to the opinion that people will not come out to vote, I'd like my camera guy to pan and show you the crowd present here. We have every presence, and still.
Of course, that's the report coming from Macy Babajide. We're also going to just reconnect with Macy, but this is happening at Abogunde Compound, Unit 9, Ward 9 in Eden North local government area, where the incumbent governor, Demola Adeleke, is expected to cast his vote. He has arrived there, but that report is actually coming from the polling unit of the incumbent governor, Unit 9, Ward 2 in Ede. But before then, let's continue with the connection.
Well, we got here around 7:30, and when we got here, the place was filled up already. It looks like the voting exercise is about to start. We currently have election observers, security personnel are present here, and those are the INEC officials, of course, doing their job. And then signing their attendance register is one of the election observer for the Osun State gubernatorial election. And something to note too is the fact that this is Governor Ademola Adeleke's polling unit. This is where the governor is going to be exercising his voting rights. The name of the polling unit is Abogunde Compound, Unit 9, Ward 2 in Eden North. And once again, the number of people we are expecting here will be 1,082 for this particular polling unit. Then opposite also, we equally have another polling unit where I would be moving to see what is going on there. Sorry, excuse me. We have another polling unit just across the governor's polling unit, and we have to find out what is going on. Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí lorúkọ bí sà?
Orúkọ bí ni Ojúsùn.
Kí lorúkọ bí sà?
Sagba Abogunde Ward 2.
Ward 2 lélẹ̀. Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay sà. Ibẹ̀ ni gómìnà ti máa dìbò àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay, kí ló dé tí wọ́n fi ní polling unit kan opposite another one?
N tó bá ní pé ibi ìpọ̀jù congestion máa wà tí a bá ní polling unit kó tó bí mẹ́ta, kódà mẹ́ta gan ọ̀ká wa gan, torí pé ibi congestion máa wà torí pé àpò gan àwọn náà la fẹ́ pọ̀ jù.
Okay. Alright, ṣé ti múra láti dìbò?
A ti múra àti ṣe tán láti dìbò.
Okay, alright. Ẹ ká bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì. Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Okay. Kí ni báwo lẹ ṣe rí ètò ìdìbò ìsílẹ̀ ni?
So far so good. So far so good. The atmosphere is relatively peace, even though we are having a slightly disagreement within the electorate, but with the intervention of stakeholders and people around, as you can see, everything has been resolved, and we have been enjoying a relatively peaceful atmosphere.
Okay, what was the issue?
The issue is that there are some people that said we should give time for the aging one, elderly one to vote before the youth, and there is a little disagreement between the two, and with the intervention of stakeholders, everything has been settled.
Okay, when it comes to every presence of security, do you feel secure in this place?
Yeah, so far so good. Although we are about to commence, but there is a level ground for the security operative. We commend them for that because we have been enjoying the equal treatment.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Macy, for that very report. All right, Macy is a journalist. We have to connect with her for this very report right from Abogunde, the voting place of the incumbent governor Ademola Adeleke. He came, he wasn't given a special treatment. He came and joined the queue, not minding the fact he is the governor. He came and he joined the queue. There was no space granted to him for him to vote. Of course, he decided to join the queue and vote. Of course, we'll be waiting for his interview. When that comes, we would do justice to that. Remember, this is Osun governorship election in focus on Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. And we are here. I know so many of you are itching to come in. Let's allow you to come in at this very point. We're going to allow you to come in. Of course, we've given you some live feeds, things happening in Osun State. And we are following more, we are tracking more. And there was this report last night that the leading political parties in that very state, many of them, we are trying to outsmart each other on the amount that will be given to voters. According to that report, the two parties were eager to go for 20,000 naira per vote. But so far, we are monitoring situations. Security personnel, they are everywhere. But we are told that about 300 arrests were made at a politician's residence by the police. The Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly has alerted the public that his house is under siege. But police say that they cannot confirm that the report. 0803-221-6973 or 0803-827-6694. As we are taking your calls, we're giving you developments in Osun State. Remember, it's not going to be do or die, or just that one person must emerge winner in that very contest. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, good morning, Doctor.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, my name is David. I'm calling you from Anambra West.
You're calling from Anambra West. Where in Anambra West are you calling from?
In Orome Titi.
Orome Titi, please go on. We are listening.
Thank you. There is one thing that going by the report you just given us, the governor, his humility. Because yes, he is the incumbent governor, but he has to obey the law. And that is how it's supposed to be. Because you just gave us the report that not minding that he is the chief security officer of the state. He is the number one citizen of the state. But he came in and then he joined the queue just to cast his own vote. So, and this is what is expected of all leaders across board. Then number one. Number two, from the report also you gave us, we know that the security agencies are actually on their toes, trying to ensure security. You know, from the polling units you have visited and you have given us some clips, voice over we had. Then there are some, the stopping one is that that man that's being caught with electoral material trying to impersonate INEC, who gave him those materials? The law should immediately come into force with such these are the things that are derailing and also distorting our electoral process in Nigeria. Because a man like that being caught, that matter should be handled seriously with every seriousness that is deserved. Because this is a very sensitive material that he is being caught with. Who is he working for? And what is the purpose of him trying to impersonate? Because if there are no any officials behind him, there is no way he can come up and then cook up that very idea of his own. So far so good. We thank you so much. Thank Udala for giving us all minute by minute account of the election going on in the state, and we hope to get a better result. And we also expect INEC to actually be above the game. Let us just be on their game. Let us be upright, not supporting any group at all, because this election is a test to forthcoming general election in 2027. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. All right, sorry about that. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning, are you there? We have to let you go. Of course, if you call in, ensure that your volume is down. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you. You are welcome. It's good to have you.
My name is Ogochuku from Udi, Enugu State.
You're welcome, Ogochuku. Please go on.
Tony, I want to dwell on the issue of Osun State's gubernatorial election that is happening today. I listened to the clip, but what I want to say here is that one party that is eager to take over that state, see, they are going to strategize on this very election by disbursing money. I can tell you that before the end of this election, there will be a massive vote buying. They will use vote buying to bot people over. Those that is saying that they are here to protecting their electoral materials, all of them will bought over by vote buying at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Ogochukwu calling from Udi in Enugu State. Good morning. You are welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning. Are you there? Sorry about that. All right, the lines are jamming. Okay, let's just take it easy. Take it easy. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
You're welcome. What's the name and where you calling from?
Good morning,
Please go on. Where are you calling from? Your name and where you calling from? Please go on. We can hear you, please. It sounds as if you cannot hear us. Please call again. We are hearing you, but you could not hear us. Good morning. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yes, Chidi Chukuma on the line.
You're welcome, Chidi Chukuma. Please go on.
Thank you very much for the incident report. I appreciate your effort and also I thank the station, the Udala radio station, for the standard that they have already set, giving us a clear information on different events. Now, what is going on in Osun State? I'm not satisfied at all, because this is up to 27 years unbroken democracy, and the expectation that we're supposed to have reached a certain standard in our electoral process. And you see that is how the politics has been overheated there. What is going on since this election? And for election to be free and fair, and even before the election, we have to consider the atmosphere, what transpired from the beginning to the end of the electoral processes. We have seen the crisis all over the place. Even today, different reports that we are seeing, even at this beginning, at this early beginning, I don't know what will happen at the middle of the whole thing. And we pray that no more loss of life, because already many lives has been lost. And we are praying that this thing will not continue. Because the expectation, I think the focus is on Ocean State. And that is the acid test for the next year general election. Because if they cannot control the crisis in one state, how can they assure us that in the forthcoming general election will be free and fair? For election to be free and fair, all this crisis can never surface at all. Buying of election, intimidation and harassment, imprisonment and even unlawful arrest and detention, we have recorded it and it's still going on even up to this moment. It is totally unacceptable. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yes, Obi Okeke from Udala.
You're welcome, Obi Okeke. Please go on.
Thank you very much. You see, what causes all this cutting away ballot materials and this and that, this conflict in the election day we are seeing in this country. I think it's because of making these political offices so lucrative. They are not, they just only to feed far. I'm going there, I must go there. Surely I must be there. Just to feed far on Nigerians' tax money, oil money. Nothing again. They are fighting over. So now, I want to ask, Doctor,
please go on.
Is it against the electoral act, or is it against Nigerian constitution, or is it a crime for people to gather in the house or in a compound of a politician on election day? Or these people, about 300 or 200 persons that we arrested, as you said or reported.
Yes.
You have. So, is it because they were found in the compound of a politician or politicians, or were they arrested because they were caught in an act that is against the electoral act? Let me know why, if it is a crime for someone to be found in the house of a politician on election day. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Remember, the police told us that they were all found in the house of a politician. We are not told what they were found with, or they were caught with anything. Police did not tell us any material or if anything was found with them, but they said that they were just many. And the police said that they were all arrested and they are being profiled. Profiling means that they are looking at searching them to know if they can get anything from them. For the police, such gathering is unusual. And you said, is it a crime? It's not a crime. If nothing is found on them, it's not a crime. But if anything that is actually implicating is found on them, it means that that will be, to the extent of such materials, become a crime. We are being told that the governor, Demola Deleke, has cast his vote. We'll be waiting for his interview afterwards, but we can let you know that this is an audio where he's casting his votes. The governor is casting his votes. This is just the audio. I can see him vividly casting his votes. Once he's done with that, we can then let you know his thoughts about the process. All right, that's the clip. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my name is Peter.
You are welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, sir.
You are welcome. Please go on. You are on.
Can you hear me, sir?
All right, please call back. If you call again, I would want you to go on. And those who are calling us, please, once you call in, go on and talk to us. We can hear you. You're welcome. Please go on.
Hello?
You're welcome. Please go on. What's your name and where are you calling from?
John Elizabeth.
Please go on. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I want to commend. My name is Pastor Ifani.
Pastor Ifai, please go on.
I'm calling from Onitsha.
You're welcome.
I want to commend you on the update so far
Yeah, please go on.
about this election going on in Osun State.
Yeah, please go on. Thank you so much.
Really, I'm also glad to hear that the governor was on cue in order to cast vote. He didn't want to beat others who are before him. And that was a good development for leaders like him. I also want to believe that God will help them to give us a credible election in that election, the INEC and all the secretary.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you for the chief update.
All right. Thank you so
I always
much.
try to get your this line whenever you are having your program. It is always difficult. I'm happy to get it today.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Dr. Tony, good morning.
You're welcome.
Well, I want to commend you on the great job doing.
All right.
But it's Kingsley from Onitsha here.
Kingsley, please go on.
But what I want to say is that the governor being in queue does not mean that he's humble.
All right.
All the positions I don't trust them at all.
All right.
He just wants to win the election, and when you want it now, you see that it's not humble. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. We want to take his interview. We want to take the governor's interview as we speak right now because the governor Adeleke, of course, he has cast his vote and we want to take his statement straight away. Let's see what Adeleke has to say. Of course, a large crowd is seen following him, but let's see if we can get anything from him. It will be very fine. But let's see if he is about to talk because we are following him, and let's see if he will talk. Journalists have besieged him. Of course, he wants to speak now. Just listen. Let's see if he can talk. Okay.
Yes, I've done my second duty, I voted, and as of now, I hope it stays that way. But I have it on authority information that there is one police officer that they brought to come and an active job, the ABC from Port Harcourt. They call his nickname London. He's here in Ede hiding. His own job is to come and destroy Ede and then avoid so that he can scare people, shooting so that they will not vote. So I'm calling the Inspector General of Police to take note.
All right, of course, that's the voice of the governor, Ademola Adeleke. He said that everything went peaceful, but he put up a consign. A particular police officer, a senior officer, brought from Port Harcourt with an intention to disrupt the process in Ede, his home local government, Ede North. That there was this grand plan for processes in Ede North local government to be disrupted. And this senior police officer, according to the governor, is hiding somewhere. And he has got some men that would work with him, that there was this grand plan to disrupt processes in his home local government. And he has alerted the Inspector General of Police to take note of this, but he said that he's voting and everything he did went peaceful. Of course, the journalists could not allow him to speak further, but if, of course, we can get anything more from him, we are going to let you know. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this information. About the election.
You're welcome.
I'm happy that the government if that's his vote, it shows
your line is not clear. Can you adjust the position?
That man with the this
Election materials.
materials, I think he was caught.
Of course, the resident caught, the resident caught him in the process. In fact, they searched the bags and we saw the election materials. The man had a stamp, had ballot box and ballot papers, had some materials. Of course, these things that INEC polling clerk usually come with.
So they should know the person. But he was sent. He was sent to do that. He cannot do that on his own. Somebody sent him. They should know the person that sent him. That's my.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your take. Let's go back to the phone lines. Remember, this is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM or True State Governorship election in focus. That's what we are doing here. Let's go back to the phone lines. All right, you have to take, many of you are rushing the lines. You have to calm down so that the lines are jamming. Calm down. You are going to speak. I'm going to give you that time to talk so that you don't complicate issues.
Hello, good morning, my honorable speaker.
Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
I totally call with what the Admiral about calling up Inspector General of Police to take note of what's happening in Osun State, because that shows that Nigeria is still underdeveloped. But I can imagine whereby some group of persons will be tampering with the election materials. It doesn't happen that way. And on the other hand, I want to say something from the candidate that you rule out and their party respectively. I didn't hear anything about NDC.
I did not rule out any candidate. Please, we didn't rule any candidate.
My name is CJ Iguadiani, calling from Lebi through that.
All right, CJ, thank you so much. Remember, I did not rule out any candidate, but we said they are frontline candidates. And if you had listened to my analysis yesterday, I say that this election, as I said yesterday when I was making that very statement, I said this election is going to be a 2-horse race. But people are saying it's going to be 3-horse race, but that was during my analysis. But we are here for the election proper, following developments. Okay, you have taken note of what the governor said. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Hello.
Please go on. What's your name?
Good morning. I know, Tony, I know maybe you are hearing me very clear, but I can't hear you yet, but I know that you are hearing me. Please, I want to thank the governor. In fact, I love him so much. I love him in this move and action. This is the kind of leaders we need. This is the kind of men it should be active, should be higher, it should be always alert. Because if not so, what we're seeing in Edo State is what was about to happen in Osun. What we see in the rivers is what we imagine now that a senior police officer has been sent all the way from Patakot to go and do what? After about 30, a senior police has been sent as if there is war. Please, since the governor has got this kind of information, he should make sure that that police officer is not escaped. They should take him out wherever he's hiding, wherever he's hiding this morning. He should make sure that he sends his team to dig him out so that we will know who sent him and who doesn't. I know that we will not get to the bottom of the detail who sent him, but at least they should make sure that his mission is not successful. Thank you. May God bless him and give him the grace. We are praying for him.
All right. Thank you so much. Remember, we'll be waiting for the time for the candidate of APC and even the candidate of ADC. Each time any of these candidates would vote, we are going to, interrupt your process or your statement so that would allow, that will allow us to get their own view about the election, as we did in the case of Demola Adeleke. We are going to follow the process. Of course, we'll be waiting for Yebamiji and then Salem and Najem, or the candidate of ADC, or any candidate at all, any one of them that cast his vote. We are going to let you know and also follow up the statement that may be accompanying his vote casting, because they usually drop a statement, their view about the process. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello.
Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning, sir. Mr. Tono Nisambepi.
You're welcome. Please go on.
Hello.
We can hear you. Please go on.
Hello, good morning, sir.
I have said that if you call us
Hello?
and you cannot
Mr.
hear
Tony,
us,
good morning, sir.
please do go on. We can hear you.
This is the voice of Uncle Mother, but reaching you from Ugwabo Bosi.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Nkashobi, please go on. All right, so sorry about that. Incidentally, we are hearing him very loud and clear, but because he couldn't hear us back, he dropped the call. And for those of you who are about calling, please just go on and talk. We can hear you. Let's go back to the phone lines. Okay. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tony Mbeki.
You're welcome. Please go on.
Who go to war to go from Osobro.
Please go on.
I think this is the right time for the Osun people to decide. Let the political actors, let the intruders, let the people fomenting trouble in Osun State should allow Osun State to decide who will lead them in the next coming 4 years. I really want to commend the governor for his efforts so far. But let him match words with action. Their particular police should be worked out because this is Osun State, not Rivers State. As far as the Inspector General of Police is not aware that it's Osun State, he should go back to where he is coming from. Thank you and God bless you. I wish Osun State free and fair election. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. For those of you that did not get what Adeleke said earlier on, let's see if we can.
Police officer that can be brought to an job, the agency from Port Harcourt is because he's in London. He's here in Eden hiding. His own job is to come and destroy Eden and then avoid so that he can scare people, shooting so that they don't vote. So I'm calling the Inspector General of Police to take note. I'm calling all the security agencies to take note. They should deploy him. We don't want him in Osun. We don't want violence in Osun. All we want is free and fair election so that people can perform their civic duty. That's one. And two, the pattern of voting should be from units to wards and to local government. Not that they take local government collation straight to state capital. That is not acceptable. That's the form of wickedness. And I call on the authority that the ABC trying to read and have some fake ballot papers. I want us to watch out for that. And then we don't accept that. And we don't accept that in Osun. Right now, as I'm voting right now, just received a call in Modakeke and Obage that police is aiding them to tear gas them so that people can run away. And people are resolute. They just want to perform their civic duty. Let the security agency please be neutral and watch it. But I can assure you, at the end of the day, I have God on my side and I have my people on my side. I'm going to win.
You have just voted. The process has just begun. What's your assessment?
I've already told you. I said so far so good. It was peaceful. In my area here, I hope it's like that cut across. But it's not peaceful in Modakeke and of course in Obahu. The police are aiding the APC to check gas people so that they will not vote. They touch the ballot box around the world. So we have already reported this to the security agencies. I hope they do something so that we will not turn Osun State into war zone. Thank you very much.
All right, that's the complete statement coming from Ademola Adeleke. He raised 4 issues. One has to do with Modakeke and Oba Odun. Of course, he said that police is tear gassing voters in Modakeke and Oba Odun, trying to disperse them from voting, trying to discourage them from voting. He said he has alerted security officials, the Inspector General of Police, to take note of these, that police in Modakeke and Oba Odun should stop tear gassing voters. He also raised Another issue about collection should happen at unit level before local government. There are times collections wouldn't take place at the unit level, and even sometimes when it gets to the local government, it will be incomplete. They will take it straight to state capital. He said it is not acceptable for collection to be taken to state capital straight away. That first it should be at the unit, from the unit to the ward, from the ward to the local government, then from the local government to the state capital. Why he's saying that is because at the state capital, whatever that is declared becomes the result, and you can go to court. It's only court that can reverse it. But if there is declaration at unit level, people will take into account the results. At the ward level, people will hold the result of the ward. So by the time it's being compiled at the local government, everybody will trace their result at the ward level and the unit level. So whatever comes out there, if it is being declared at the state capital, people will now bring their own result version at the ward or unit level. He said that he has been told that collections we are designed to happen somehow partially in the local government and possibly take full force at the state headquarters. He has pointed this thing out, and he also said that the plan of the senior police officer who was brought in from Port Harcourt in Ede is to disrupt, is to tear gas, is to start shooting. That immediately they start shooting, people will be afraid to vote. Those who may be on queue may run away, and that is his home local government. That's the plan. That the police officer, they know him. Of course, they said that he should be redeployed, taken away from Osun State. He shouldn't be in Osun State. These were some of the concerns Adeleke, the governor, really highlighted. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
My name is Mario Kechuka, calling from Onitsha.
You're welcome. It's good to have you, Mario Kechuka.
Adeleke is making noise. Time. And he, so that he is making noise. Because all these things he has been alerting us for. Yeah, we make it's of no use. Whether the policeman was or was not supposed to be in Osun State. He's a policeman. No, but nothing will happen to him. Even if he's not supposed to be there, whether he came to as a talk. But the thing is that police are aware that he came. You understand? So whatever he is just saying, my brother, it is better you fight your own. Your thoughts cannot even make any change because they cannot even use that at the courtroom. So I am advising Adeleke, if you have boys, bring your boys out. If you don't have boys, okay, you're making noise. That is what I want to say. Thank you.
So much, Marikechuka, for you. It is aura for aura, or her for her, egusi for egusi. Whatever APC believe they can do, you are telling Ademoloka you can do it better. That you do not make noise. That don't go and start making noise. You know, whatever they can do, you can do it better. I think we have to let listeners to go to our social media page. Please go to our Facebook, go to our YouTube. You can watch this program live. Drop your comment. Let me know that you think, and I'm going to read it. I promise you, I'm going to read your comment. Please drop your comment on our Facebook. For those of you who cannot come in, of course, it's getting really hot. Not hot in the sense of violence, but hot in the sense of the election is actually, going on the ways as expected. But from what the governor is telling us, is anything happening at Modakeke and Oborun? These are places he mentioned.
The irony of it all is that the Navy that gave that direction have been redeployed. And if you go by that, that means the presidency have interest, or the APC have interest in this election. Election shouldn't be a do-or-die affair. Assuming President Bat or this super rubber stamp assembly of Abebio was able to give us the real-time transmission and not telling us where there is no network, blah, 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 blah. Assuming most of these killings, most of these
have been averted. It's very simple here. I don't know why we are still going backward. Davido have reached out to United States of America. There's also this news that he's trying to come in Osun State, but the soldier wouldn't allow him to come in. I don't know how true. So that tells you that it's already a do or die affair. Because of you want to become a governor. Because you want to take the table from the incumbent. So it's really uncalled for. It's something that is condemnable. INEC on their own part, how did those sensitive materials go to individuals, go to politicians? These things will tell you that under President Bad, it is becoming difficult for opposition to win elections. And it's unfair because we trusted him as a man that stood and fought with Nadeko, stood and fought the late military regime of Abacha, a man that stood and promoted good governance. Now the whole thing is in your hands and it's becoming a nightmare. It's becoming a do or die affair. Just for should say, how many people are going to exercise their franchise there? With all these threats and counter threats, you are going to kill them, accord members coming from a senator of even if a Banana Republic couldn't make such a statement. So I think this exercise that is going on there, I just want the United States to take, notice of what is happening. Let them take note, and I believe they are taking note, because it cannot continue going this way. Why would the police be targeting people that came out to exercise their franchise? And when Adeleke is coming that way, that may be his stronghold, and that is how they normally does it. They go to your stronghold, they ensure that most of your people is being disenfranchised.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable DK, because of time.
Yes, thank you. Let me stand back.
All right, thank you so much. Hello, good morning. There's someone on the line.
Morning, all for this wonderful one. Honorable. Madam, it's just my speak with you. The INEC we have today, I don't trust it. Because we have the election of election. In some cases, the election of fraud in the past. And we need to double out on the principle those is crying for. For example, this one Nana
This is not coming out clear. I don't know what's the problem there. Your voice isn't coming out very clear. It's breaking, but let's see if we can manage you.
For example, that was not.
Your voice is not coming out very clear. Honestly, we have to let you go. Your voice wasn't coming out very clear. Let's see if we can also have, development. Here, there's a development where we are told that there is something happening at AUD Primary School at Tile Ikire in Irewolo local government. Of course, a polling clerk, a copper, is complaining, and let's hear what he has to say. Of course, he's really concerned about something. Of course, he's a polling clerk at a very polling unit. Let's see. Okay. Of course, the couple is complaining that some people we are there monitoring votes, knowing who are voting for these people and voting for that people. I don't know if it is just part of the plan to know those that will be paid or not paid, but we've not seen those who are buying votes or selling votes being close to the polling units. But he said that there were some people sent to monitor those who are casting their vote to know who or the party they may be casting their vote for. Of course, that's a complaint there in that very report. But the turnout we have seen so far is quite impressive. Of course, it's commendable for the people of Ochun State. And when we say the best way to resist thuggery or election rigging is when everybody come out in full force. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome.
Honorable Onitsha, I came back. You said my boss was not coming out clearly.
He wasn't coming out very clear. Please go on now.
Yeah, thank you so much. What I was saying is that INEC should make us to believe in them. At least when people are caught in electoral or election malpractices like this, we need to see clear judgment. That is, we need to see open, that is, transparent judgment meted out on these people. Even those the people that they are working for, someone must have paid them to buy votes, to cause violence, to do whatever. We have been seeing things like this happen in the past, and at the end of the day, someone will be declared the winner without minding that someone somewhere was caught working for him or her to manipulate the electoral result, the outcome. For example, this one that happened recently now. Someone has been caught in Osun State with electoral materials impersonating INEC officials. Who is he working for? Which party is he working for? As we heard of it today, believe you me, you may not hear about this matter again. Even if you manage to hear it again, you will not see, and nobody will know how the matter was ended. INEC should give us reason to believe in them and trust in them. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Oluchishima, remember, Adeleke also pointed out fake ballot papers in circulation. It was one of the things he pointed out during that interview he granted to journalists. He said that he got an intel that there were fake ballot papers being used in some places, but he didn't clarify deep. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Sweeney. Happy weekend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this Saturday weekend crossfire. Really fire indeed.
Oh,
I'm very, very happy with this kind of report.
Thank you so much.
That this news that we have this weekend. In fact, it makes me happy.
Okay, thank you.
What is it? Someone called and said that the deck is making noise. Well, I want us to remember and put it in the back of our mind that this will show a picture of 2027. Whatever will happen in Osun State is the clear picture of 2027. So whether it is noise or not noise, we should remember that it will come to us. We are nobody happy for now. But whosoever that is comfortable with this condition that we find ourselves today, well, glory be to God for him or her who does that. Because now, just like what the last caller said, my brother, can you point out or can APC or Trubu itself tell us who this armed men is working for? If they cannot point out, that means they are under the APC umbrella. That's who they are working for, because you will not tell me that if those people caught with arms was working for a Accord party or NDC or any other party, that the news will not be spread all over. It will be displayed all over. So let us know the identity of these people and who they are working for. If you cannot do that, I will tell you face to face that APC is a terrorist group. And
sorry, you can't say that. Sorry, you can't say that. You can't say that. Even if you attach if condition to your statement, you cannot say that. Let's quickly get this report. This one is happening in Ede. Of course, we'll let you know what the report is all about in a jiffy. Okay, because we are seeing headers, Fulani headers grazing their cattle close to where election is actually taking place. They are grazing their cattle. You can hear the cattle. Okay, that's just that. But remember, we are told that some beavers machine failed to work in some part of polling units in the north, but we'll get to know where exactly. But that's another report coming here. But I don't know why we'll be seeing herders grazing their cattle while election is going on. Is this not an abnormality, absurdity? Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
This is Akamere. Yeah, and Akamere is calling from Segi.
You're welcome, Akamere.
Yeah, my speaker, I must commend you because you are really trying for us, for giving us this information. We thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My speaker, I want to please divert a little. Concerning late Monday Johnson, we have never had anything from you since then.
Once I get any report, I'll let you know. But I was told that a burial date has been fixed, but I'll confirm the burial date and possibly let you know everything you want to know. For those who also want to attend, they can also attend. But I'll get those information very clear before I let you know about that.
Okay, thank you. So I want to just say something concerning this Osun election. Concerning the policeman that was, coming from Port Harcourt. I know that the reason why he's here is for him to disrupt this peaceful election, as they are doing in River State. This is exactly why they sent him. And my speaker, this is the reason why we sometimes have fear on this state police, because we know that the ruling party will use them to, for their selfish interest, maybe during the election. That's why we are afraid. But we know that state police will help us in security matters. But, for this kind of election, how can somebody that police did not deploy, coming from Port Harcourt, to come here to do what? For him to just make sure that, he supports one candidate. I don't like that kind of thing. And that policeman should be arrested and taken back to River State. Although we know Nigeria now, and they are not going to do anything. And before you know what happened now, they will just say that the governor has lost the election. But let's see what will happen, because I overheard the day before or yesterday. You said that for this governor to win will be a miracle. And we are just hoping, because APC wants to take this state by all means. But let's see what happens. And I know that Osun people will fight this to finish. Thank you, my speaker.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take a moment. We want to go for a break. When we come back, we're going to take more reports from the field. We're going to just go straight to Osun State and take some reports. We're going to take one report from, a journalist, and then one will come out. I think that report will be coming from Unit 4, Ward 5, Okefia, Oshobo. That's the report we're going to take, but that will be after this commercial. We'll be right back after the commercial.
Udala Radio, 104.7 FM.
Quality bread, Wendy's bread, for your family breakfast. Wendy's bread, Opati chande tozialo. Wendy's bread, Mama Papa they like Wendy's bread, Chicha nenyanduo. Wendy's bread, even children they like Wendy's bread. Wendy's bread, and in town. Wendy's bread, you get the better tasty we go sweet your belly. Wendy's bread, Wendy's your bachichoma. Wendy's bread,
Wendy's bread, tasty bread. You can contact us on our official address, Second Business Park, Enugu Road, GRA, beside CPS, Onitsha, Anambra State. We also have another branch at St. Michael Plaza, Atani Road. Also contact us on 070-1149-1571. Wendy's bread, your tasty bread.
Wendy's bread.
Please listen to this public service announcement. The Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission and SIEC ad hoc staff training will hold in the 3 senatorial zones of Anambra State as follows. Tuesday, 18th of August 2026, Anambra South, Venue, Aguata Local Government Secretariat. Wednesday, 19th August 2026. Anambra North. Venue, Anambra East Local Government Secretariat. Thursday, 20th August 2026. Anambra Central. Venue, Oka South Local Government Secretariat. Time, 10 a.m. each day. All applicants for the posts of presiding officers, poll clerks, supervisory presiding officers, collation and returning officers are invited to be at the training. Signed, Chief Sir Tony Chinedu, Member in Charge, Information and Publicity.
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisangbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
You're welcome back. It's to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha. This very beautiful Saturday morning is 31 minutes past 10 a.m. and we are back here to give you the report. But away from what is going on in Osun State, we are being told by the Anambra State Police Command that Chief J.J. Ezokafor Jesco, father of a socialite, Joey Zaza, and the Reverend Sister, who were earlier abducted by armed criminals at Ifitoka, have regained their freedoms. Record that the Anambra businessman was abducted in the early hours of Tuesday, August 4, after leaving his residence for a prayer ground in Oka. So it is now confirmed that Jesco, Chief J.J. Ezokafor, has regained his freedom. He was actually freed alongside one Reverend Sister who were earlier abducted by armed criminals at Ifitoka. Let's move straight to Osun State. All right, we're going to take this report. Let's quickly take this report.
After 3 months of intensive campaign by political parties, today voters will decide their fate as they cast their ballots at the polling booths to choose who will lead them in the next 4 years. I'm at Unit 4, Ward 5 in Okefia in Oshobo, local government area of Osun State. And behind me, security operatives. This is a polling unit, and security operatives are already on the ground with election officials and electoral materials to ensure that this election starts by 8:30 according to electoral laws. And recall that INEC told me yesterday that they will be at the polling units early enough waiting for voters, and I think they're keeping to their words. And if you can see by my right hand side here, the election officials are already pasting the names of voters on the wall, preparing to commence this election.
All right, that's the report. And the report we got about what is going on at Okofia. Okofia is in Oshobo. That's Unit 4, Ward 5. What is going on there? And there's a very good report by a friend journalist who actually reported from Osun State. Away from that, just like we told you earlier on, the turnout so far is impressive. And the people of Osun State are not smiling. They have confirmed that the best way to stop rigging is to flood election places or polling units with their presence as they cast their vote. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen during collation. There has been this allegation that there was this plan to reroute collation to local government down to the state level without passing the ward, but the governor has raised that concern. But I don't think INEC has confirmed that there was such a plan. We know the collation will happen at the unit and then possibly move to the wards. But that's, by the way, that's the report. I recall we are in Osun State covering developments across different local governments, and the report we've got at Morakeke and then Oron, we would also confirm such a report. We are waiting to get the report of other candidates casting their votes, because we are not here to monitor only one candidate. We are monitoring different candidates. As we do this, let's go back to the phone lines. Don't forget to go straight to our social media handle, our Facebook, and drop your comments. Let's go straight and see if we can take your comments, your submission as we continue. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Tony, good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Good morning, happy weekend to you.
Thank you so much.
I've not been hearing you say all this while that I've been calling. This is the first time I'm calling. In fact, this is ABR calling you from Opana. ABR, Abraham. Tony, the only way that I can free from pointing, accusing finger on APC in this country, in any evil thing that happens, in any corruption that happens, is seen when someone is committing a crime and that person will be arrested and the law take its full course. Just like imagine that a police sharing tear gas in polling unit. Is that, and just a day before yesterday or before now, I was heard that their president commanded them to be Luther. And now I want to ask, is it a Luther character? Meaning that if this police who take us in a polling unit cannot be arrested, or even not to be arrested, they should be vacated and leave that particular place. Now, the one that sent all the way from Patakot to Sunset, what for? And we got the information, his mission, why he's there. But nothing is we do about it. It's safe now that I will be here in the next 5 minutes that yes, that person, that police officer is arrested, has been sent back, or they will interview him, who send you, who are you working for? Then let's get the truth. That is way, because when you get the truth, you can now know who is right and who is wrong. So if the truth is always swept under the carpet, that means something is somewhere and someone may force that to happen. So that is the only way. Whatever that happened in Osun State, there is nobody will tell me that Turubu is out of it. I cannot leave them out of it if I don't get the clear information about it. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Remember, the president yesterday issued a statement where he told the security officials to ensure that election is neutral. And the delegate said that statement coming from Mr. President is very welcoming and suiting, at least to let the security operatives know that Mr. President is neutral in this game. But you are saying that you are going to hold Mr. President responsible if security operatives continue to do what many have accused them of doing. Is Mr. President responsible? Because he has said that security officials should be professional in their job. All right, we think there are other things you believe the president could have also done extraordinarily by internal communication. Let's go back to the phone lines. We have situation report. This report is coming from this very place. We are looking at some places where reports are going on. Salvation Army Primary School, Lekuwado, Toja E Ward. Of course, the election is going on peaceful, and we have seen massive turnouts so far in comparison to other elections we have had. Turnouts in Osun State so far impressive. And from report, election materials arrived early, very early. Of course, I doubted INEC with that development, but I'm yet to find where it's reported that materials arrived late. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is today from Mojoto.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to first of all commend your station for the wonderful job. So it's not easy to carry us along, giving us live updates. Now, going into the election proper, I think the governor should just maintain silence. In as much as you are observing things and all that, you should not make it to talk too much. I believe at this point, he's talking too much. He should just be calm and observing what happening. And now, what is happening in Osun State is as a result of what the opposition has caused. Because why these feelings and all this controversy and all that is happening is because they just want to take that state by fire by force, which is not right. The people's mandate should be allowed to go through. You know, they should be allowed to vote who they want in the next 4 years. The APC government should not interfere, should not take power there by force. That is why all this killing and all of them is going, is going wrong. And at the same time, I want to talk about another thing the governor said when he talked about a coalition of results from the polling units down to, if what he's saying is actually the truth, that means we are set for rigging. Election results should be from the polling units down to the ward and down to the local government, then to the headquarters of the INEC. So if what the governor is saying is actually what's about to happen, that means we are out for rigging in this election. It's not a do or die affair. The opposition party should just remain calm and allow the mandate of the people to take place. This is not a do or die thing. Remember back in Adeleke lost the election to I think
All right, many of the elderly people, we are actually complaining that they have been kept waiting for a long time to cast their votes. And for some reasons, maybe the number of voters, we are so much that elderly people, many of them ought to have been given space to cast their votes first before the youth or those who are able would even cast the vote, but they are complaining bitterly that they have been waiting quite a long time. While the turnout, some places we have observed the turnout impressive. Let's go back to the phone lines. Okay, we have to call us back and ensure that you stay away from your radio set. Remember, we are giving you the coverage of what is going on in Osun governorship election, and this is Udala 104.7. That's Udala FM. Let's go back to the phone lines for those who are ready. Good morning. You're welcome. If you're ready, I'm ready.
Good morning.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
I love you. You're a good outspoken gentleman.
Thank you so much.
You comport your integrity and reputation. Yeah. Right?
Oh, so sorry. Oh, thank you so much for the commendation. I don't know if you can reconnect and get back to us. We would like to hear from you. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yes. Comrade Owachana, calling you from Onitsha.
You're welcome. Comrade Owachana, calling from Onitsha. Please go on.
Thank you very much. All is fair in politics, says our president. A man who did not attend primary school, a man who did not attend secondary school, and miraculously graduated from Chicago University. Now, just yesterday, a fresh suit was instituted against him by the presidential candidate of ADC, Atiku Abubakar, that even his NYS certificate was forged. Now, coming to what is happening in Osun State, please don't take all this rhetoric serious. Police should be neutral. INEC should be neutral. I direct INEC to be neutral. I direct police to be neutral. If we are practicing democracy, do you need to direct INEC to be neutral? Do you even need to direct police to do their job? So that is the situation we found ourselves. whatever we see in Osun State, we take it. But I commend the people of Osun State for keeping out a mass, you know. I heard that both parties are sharing money. APC are sharing money. Accord, they are equally sharing money. But if you are a discerning person, a discerning mindset, a discerning electorate, if both parties give you money, collect. It is your money. Yes, it is the money that's supposed to be used to build hospital, but they diverted it into their private pocket. So collect the money and look for a candidate who doesn't share money. Vote for that person. Yes, because if you collect the money and still vote for them, you don't have to come because those monies will be recouped. Even though that the money was allocated for infrastructural development, for health care, service improvement, for educational sector improvement, for road infrastructure improvement, but it never ended up in their private pocket, because stealing does not know political party. Forget about all these things that say PDP, APC, Accord Party. They are the same, all of them. Whenever they want to steal from you, they will not remember that they are from party A or from party B. The time they remember the common masses is the time they are struggling to go into power, and that time is now. So collecting money from all the parties that are sharing money, look for a credible candidate who does not share money. Vote for that person so that you can hold the person responsible. And for the rhetoric, from coming from the president, from INEC, whatever, from IGP, all those things are just fraud. At the end of the day, you will see the result. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Ocean. Now let's take some messages from our Facebook. Okoye Angoleka says, good morning, all in the studio. I'm Angoleka reaching from Umoji. You guys should keep it up, okay? Francis Otu says, good morning, Dr. Tony Lisa. Ocean election will be a blueprint to 2027 general election. Okay, that's what you said here. Will be a blueprint to 2027 general election. I've learned something about the Ocean people so far. The massive turnout of voters. Imagine having up to 2 million registered voters. We should learn from them, especially when it comes to our own participation during election. We have Mo Kolo Tony Richmond says, good morning. Dr. Tony Lisa Becky, thank you for the great job you are doing. Please advise some of these callers to stop supporting violence, like one of the callers asking the governor to fight back. Or the opposition. Okay, I remember when one of us was actually saying, give them order for order, a whistle for a whistle, but I'm just using that street language, that he should not complain, that whatever he thinks that these people will do, they should do better. Of course, you are asking that I should also advise such caller not to make such statements, that we don't promote violence. I actually agree with you. Thank you so much. Mansin Warrior Chikwado Romo Sinashi, the Osun Decide 2026. That's the Osun State election. The Osun Decides 2026. Wonderful morning to you, my honorable speaker, Chief Doctor Tony Olisa Mbeki, and good morning to my fellow listeners. Okay, I must recommend. Okay, you said I must commend you. Okay, you mean comment, not recommend. I must commend you and immensely appreciate your effort for bringing the Osun State 2026 election live to us this very morning. But as it stands, Adeleke emerging as a winner will be a miracle, because APC wants that very state by all means, at all costs. And INEC performance has shown that they are not really ready to conduct 2027 general election fairly. Commenting live from Odabo, thank you so much, Mazumure Chikwadurum, Osinachi. Destiny Emeka, he says, good morning from here, Dr. Tony Lisa Emeka from Oba. Whether Adeleke or APC or Osun State, we still fall to APC. Okay, you believe that? That Osun State will still fall to APC after this election. That's the simple truth. But let the choice of the masses speak. Then to the headers on election day, it shows that some people are above the law. They are doing their business on election day and supposed to be arrested, but it is what it is. Thank you. Of course, we played a live feed of headers moving around with their cattle, grazing their cattle during an election. And I asked, is that not abnormality? But that's what it is. Hope Mbebu. Okay. Hope Mbebu says, Dog, bravo for your good job. Udala people, keep it up. I want to ask, what the cow? I don't know why people are emphasizing on the cattle we saw. You ask them what they are doing at the polling unit. They were not seen at the polling unit, but they were some meters away, but they were roaming around. And we saw a header, or headers as the case may be, moving them around. But you said it is laughable situation and a disgrace to this country. Okay, there are so many messages. Please keep them coming. Let's go back to the phone lines because we have to remember those who are on the line. Of course, we are looking at time as well. Let's see what's gonna come out. All right, let's go back. Because there are so many reports we have for you, but I don't know if we can take one report now before we go straight to the phone lines. We have this report from Unit 009 Ward 2, the North. We are some voters. I think, what are they complaining? Let's listen to them. They are making complaints. Okay, let's see what they are complaining about. I don't know if we can get that.
To experience that the beavers is very very bad in the polling booth where the governor is voting. Here we have a crowd like this, which is not common in Osun State. As you can observe, you can see yourself. I doubt the credibility of INEC. It is deplorable.
You say due to the fact that the governor came from this side, that is why the
because the governor come inside. This polling booth is always like this. I'm from this compound. This is my home. This is my compound, and this is where I used to vote. I come specially for this election from my Coast. Here I experience of what is the polling vote comparing to what I'm seeing. I always to see in Nigeria.
So, is there anything of like intimidation or anything?
There is nothing like intimidation. I can assure you that there can never be something like intimidation here in Inabubule.
So what is your advice to the INEC?
I think the INEC have to be fair and have the well-trained personalities and even check well their devices that they are using, the materials that they are using, which is very, very important. It is very, very important for the beavers to be just be like that in a polling booth where the crowd is like this.
All right, that's the report. Of course, he was actually complaining that the beavers machines are not working at the polling unit of the governor, saying the crowd is much, the massive turnout, but at a point the beavers machines used at that polling unit developed glitches, and the issue of accreditation becomes very deplorable according to him. And he said that INEC should do something, and when he was asked was it because of the governor's polling unit, he said no, it could not be, but he didn't see why such development will even come up in the first instance. Okay. There are so many reports coming on. Now remember, let's quickly see if we can just take one or two calls and see how it's going to pan out. Or do we go for a commercial break? Once we are done with that commercial break, we'll see if we can just take one or two calls and see what's going to come up. All right, let's take a commercial break. We have to do that now. After the commercial break, we'll see if we can just take calls, and calls are coming in torrents. But let's take this commercial break. We'll be right back.
Udala Radio 104.7 FM.
Seriously authentic.
listen to this announcement. Notice to allottees at Obiwane, Liberation and Green Valley Estates, Orca Capital Territory. The Anambra State Housing Development Corporation wishes to inform all allottees that the roads within the estates have been fully opened. Consequently, all allottees are required to take immediate physical possession of their plots and develop same to habitable state. Note that it is mandatory to secure approval from the corporation before commencing any fencing and building construction. Failure to comply will attract penalties. Allottees are by this notice reminded that any property with outstanding payments or underdeveloped plots within the time stipulated in the allocation papers risks revocation by the corporation. Please be guided accordingly. Announcer Jane Okafor, Public Relations Officer for Management.
Papa Kene, Mama Nkiruka, unewetakwala ozi ndị by Ferox International. Ngwanụ ka mgbago paneze ugbu a. Ndị by Ferox International eburula bata n'Ọnịcha anyị ugbu a maka nya bụ mmemme nke akpọrọ Free Medical Outreach. Inene ndị mmadụ ahụ n'efu. Mmadụ 30 ga-ebu ụzọ webata na nya bụ mmemme ka ga-enene ahụ n'efu ma nyekwa ha ọgwụ iji nye aka maka ọrịa dị iche iche. Ha eburula bata ugbu a maka inyocha na inyekwazi ọgwụ gbasara ahụike gị. Ọgwụ ga-abụ ịnwụọ ewelata ahụike gị nke ọma. A ga-eme nya bụ mmemme na nọmba 2 Ilorin by Miss Ellis Avenue Orifite Hall. Ọ ga-amalite ma ọkụ elekere itegete nke ụtụtụ maka ajụjụ kpọọ akara ekwentị nke a 081-366-34956 maọbụ 080-641-48227. Cheta na ndị nwetara n'ozi a bụ ndị Bioferox International. Bioferox International, anyị na-ahụ maka ahụike gị.
Okay. We have to go back straight to the phone lines because of time. And see, of course, we've been waiting for reports from Oyebamiji, and we've not been able to get that report. Anytime we get that, I don't know, we may play it even when the program is over. We are waiting for his report and other candidates. I don't know why many journalists are chasing Ademola Adeleke. Remember, these two crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. We're also learning. We're also learning that voting was disrupted at the polling unit of former Osun State Governor and immediate past Minister of Interior Ogbeni Rauf Arembushola as suspected thugs reportedly chased away voters and disrupted the electoral process. An incident caused tension at the polling unit with voters reportedly forced to leave the area as the situation became unsettled. The development disrupted the voting process and raised concerns over the conduct of the governorship election in the area. We are tracking this very development and details of the incident and the response of security agencies. We are still being awaited at the time of these reports. Rauf Arembushola's polling booths, we are told, talks arrived there. And when these talks arrived, where did they move from? How did they get to that very polling unit? And why did they disrupt voting process? They chased away voters. Rauf Arembushola cannot take this. They chased away voters right at his polling unit, and it is disturbing. Okay, my time is really up. Remember, the next program will be Sports Arena with Prestige is already here in the studio. But one more report before I leave. We are being told that Ademola's wife, Titilola Adeleke, has cast a vote at Unit 9 Ward 2, Sagba, Bogunde in Eden North local government area. We're also getting a report that Oyebamiji has cast his vote as well, the candidate of APC. But time will not permit me to see if he can wait for his own interview, his own views. I don't know, probably Prestige may. I don't know if he gets that. I'm going to do something about that. Thank you so much. That's be more to be taken on Crossfire this very morning on Udala 104.7 FM. I appreciate your time so much. Very accompanying. Thank you so much. My name is Tony Olisan Becky, the Honorable Speaker. Do have a wonderful weekend.